All right, yeah. So I was driving down the street today. Um, Actually, I went to my tailor. She has four of my suits now. I got some gangster ass suits too, man. They look real good on the whole European trim thing and all that. But yeah. So I was driving down the street and thinking about how just how deep vagina is. Like not like literally speaking, no pun intended. But just how deep that shit goes. Like within when I had to turn my air conditioner on. It was cold this morning. Then it got hot. Okay. Um, the vagina calibration. I wanted to talk about how like the realities of bullshit like foreplay for women and all this shit. I wanted to really dive into that. And if there's a woman who stumbles upon this, she's gonna be mad at me because I'm gonna be exposing the secrets that she don't want guys, the beta guy she has up under her to know. And she's on and like see women hate when men do this shit to other women hate when men tell other men these secrets, or some men may already know. Like if you watching you a man, you may already know what I'm going to say. But I mean, hey, it's whatever, and we having a good old YouTube conversation. But women, okay, from naturally, women all, and I don't like to say all women. And I hate the all women are like that thing, like all men, all women, all white people, all black people, all that bullshit. But I will say this: all women like a bad boy. All of them. Every single one on the fucking planet from fucking 4 years old to 94 years old. They all like him. All of them. They cannot it's beyond their vagina's control. You see what I'm saying? Like it's just it's biologically hardwired. And I wouldn't say that in the previous video as to why is because see that bad boy, see when a guy is a bad boy like that, it signals to the woman that he can protect shit on his own and he don't need nobody's approval. He don't need to please nobody. He'll go out in the world and protect shit on his own. And like I said before, that's the bottom line core nature to what every woman inevitably wants. Every woman measures her worth and measures her value off of the quality man she can get and keep around. She may not do it for this 15 minutes, but she will inevitably end in this point. And when she doesn't have a man, she gets older, she fucking hates herself and she hates her life and she hates anybody who has a man. You see what I'm saying? This is just the core reality of it. Now, vagina is like automatically, vagina in itself is wired up to like the bad boy for like I said, for biological natural reasons. It's not biologically wired up to like the nice guy because the nice guy is usually a people pleaser. He wants to just give you everything. See, nothing, see, like the actual actions, like okay, the one-on-one actions can like confuse some women into thinking that a nice guy is like what she's actually turned on by. But see, like it gets misunderstood by a lot of women, and then it gets cleared out later on because see, they figure out that well, he's nice to me, but like, can he really protect himself in the world? Like, would he have the courage to get in a fist fight in the world? Would he have the courage to cuss his boss out in the world? Could he protect himself out in the world? And see, that's where a lot of nice guys who end up with good girlfriends, they end up leaving that shit because see, like, because the women they figure it out over time on a biological. See, like, but see, the thing is, see, women don't even realize that they figure it out. They think it's just things just happen that way. Blah, blah. No, like see, their nature. See, a woman's nature is so strong within her that she doesn't even know she doesn't even know that she follows it. You see, which is really weird. It's like, but like I said in other videos, dealing with a woman is like dealing with a dog, dealing with an animal, more specifically a dog, or dealing with a child. Like children, they don't really know what they do. They just do it. Like they don't know that they're trying to take advantage of somebody. They just know they're probably getting a little more out of this person, so they'll go deal with them. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. Like women are slaves to their fucking nature. They try to pretend they're not. Like, oh, well, I'm strong. I want to be independent. Blah, blah. Yeah, like they want to be strong and independent as long as the sun's shining and there's proper air conditioning. But when we got to go outside and start digging 15-foot holes and you know what I'm saying and installing man covers, they don't want to be independent no more. Ever. They don't want to be independent no more. Then it's all that man. I'll be independent when we get some air conditioning again. You see what I'm saying? But no, back to the original topic. back to the original topic, man. Okay, see, like vaginas automatically are wired up for the bad boys. That's just the laws of nature. And see where I start feeling sorry, like with, for instance, like okay, now let's say like a guy ends up 30, right, and then he gets with a woman who's 30. Um, that is just see personally, I look worse on women who are like 30 and above or like fat and stuff. Like I think they potentially are like worse humans at the core. Because it goes back to that saying, I think it's Abraham Lincoln. I think he said it. He said, if you want to test someone's true character, give them complete power. You see, once they've hit 30 or they're like fat and fucked up or they're fucked up for some other reason so they can't get the man they want, there's a reason why they're acting nice to you. You see what I'm saying? Like, and it's usually a more fucked up reason. It's like a personal problem within them to why they've deduced that you're their best option type of thing. Like that's why like, I really don't even trust them. Like, because this is why I prefer to go 18 and 25 because in those age brackets, they're at the top of their game. Okay, so they got other options. So by the time they fucking with you, it's because a lot of times it's because like something biologically is saying I should be fucking with you. You see what I'm saying? On a natural standpoint, not because oh we're out of time. I need to find a man to have a baby with. Oh I live at home with my parents. I need to find a man to move in with. See all that dumbass shit. See that's why I don't fuck with that because all that is just too much complication into the core there of women's actions after 30. I say after 25, but I'll just the average man says 30, so let's just go with 30. Um, but what I feel sorry for that goes along with the vagina calibration is when men get with women who are over 30, right? And this is the only age bracket you really hear this with. And this is the most bullshit line when a woman needs foreplay, okay? A woman complaining that she needs foreplay to get turned on is her pretty much saying, my vagina doesn't like you. So what I need you to do is I need you to fucking try to calibrate it so I can at least imagine somebody else fucking with me so it can open up so you can put your dick in me. That is what foreplay means. I don't that's what it means to okay, because let me tell you something. I told you about the story when I fucked a little blonde white girl a couple nights ago in my car. If you go to a woman or your girlfriend or wife, whatever, and you say, I want to fuck you, take off your pants, right? And she takes off her pants, but her vagina is like not opening, it's tight, it's dry, she don't like you. Okay, so there's nothing about you sexually she likes. She see, and this is the huge disconnect, because this is the vagina calibration. And the vagina is completely different from the brain up here in women. See, the brain up here, she may want to like you because simply because you're providing for her. You see what I'm saying? You might be paying bills and watching the kids and all this shit. So her brain is saying I should like him, but her vagina is saying no, girl, we don't like him like that for real. Yes, but the brain's going, well, do you want a place to live, vagina? And the vagina says, I guess. Okay, well, you got the vagina. You better get your back together because we need a place to live. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then, and see, that's where the foreplay comes in. Because and if a woman stumble upon this and watching this, she knows I'm telling the truth. And for the woman, remember when that bad boy came over? Okay, seriously, list off in your head one time he wanted some sex and your vagina was shut closed the second he pulled his dick out. It was never shut closed. I guarantee it was wide open, fucking moist and ready to go. You know what? And see, this is the shit like with the blonde white bitch I had a couple of nights ago. It was the same shit. I told her take off your pants. I'm gonna fuck you. Yeah, I mean, that's just the most recent situation I can think. But that is the general gist. Look, if that vagina doesn't open, okay, as a man, when your dick gets hard and that vagina doesn't open, when your dick gets hard, she don't like you. Okay, on a natural biological level, she don't like you. Now on a schematic gold digger level, she might like you because you're like giving her something, in the meantime. But on a biological reproduction level, she don't like you. It's as simple as that. Foreplay bullshit. Okay, she got you going out buying all these sex toys and all this shit. No, that's bullshit. She doesn't fucking like you. Because if she like, because I guarantee you there's a man there right now who will tell her, bend over, I'm getting ready to fuck you, put down your pants. She go, okay, whap. And that vagina is wide open and moist and ready to go. Like within 1.8 seconds, she is ready. And bruh, like I see it, man. Like, see, like, okay, and another part where I feel sorry about, I feel sorry for men in their 30s who, who end up hooking up with these women in their 30s. Cause like, see, the women in their 30s, man, especially if she was cute, oh, she's been getting raw dog, gang bang, bukkake, train run on her. She's been getting all that, man. And here you come. That shit is just too funny. That shit is just a joke. Dude, because like I remember one girl, I should say her name. I'm not gonna say her name, man. Like I fucked the bitch too. She was, and the crazy part was she was beautiful. This girl was legit, like no joke, was beautiful, and it was so crazy. Like if I hadn't met her the way I met, because I remember, because a friend of mine ended up knowing her, and he knew her, but like while she was like legit off the chain, like this girl was so beautiful, like starting out life as an adult, like 18, 19. She would like walk up the street and try to get gang bang, try to intentionally just to get guys to run trains on her, and just lay down in bed and let one guy after another just come in and do it and let it. Man, like that girl's off the charts. No, I didn't fuck. She sucked my dick, but I never did fuck her. But I did though. I did once. I got her confused with another girl. She had a Russian name. I got those two confused in this little piano lab at the school. Yeah, man. And then I seen her like years later with her boyfriend at the school, and it's the same shit. See, the boyfriend, by the time the boyfriend's like walking around and being seen with the bitch and actually happy to be seen with the bitch, that guy is the beta every time. And by the time he's walking around and he's legit happy to be sitting up with her, okay, if he didn't get her while she was like 18, 19, 20, 21 or something like that. Now, in those age brackets, it's more plausible, okay? Because see, like those are her prime years. She tapped out and went with him. Because I know friends who did that. They got a girl at 18, 19, 20, got her, and wife her up, had kids with her, and what I'm saying, see, those are the years when women need to be doing this shit, not when they be 28, 29, 30. Like I said, I ran to that girl years later. Like I know what she do. And the friend of mine knew her better than I did. And he told me stories like he wanted to fuck her too. He said, no, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole after I knew what she was doing. Because she looked so good, you would think it was a scam. Like, yeah, you would legitimately think somebody's like going to rob you if you went over her place. Because she was just too good looking to be doing. Like, you would think she was too good looking to be walking the streets looking for guys to run trains on her. And she comes up with this boyfriend, and like years later, now she's got a kid. Her belly's starting to hang over her pants. She's used up. It's the same shit with a lot of fucked up women. They're gonna have all the fun they can have sexually, and then the second that they start falling off, they're going out there and they searching for that beta boy to take care of them. If you're the beta, she's not sexually attracted to you, man. She's strategically attracted to you, but she's not sexually attracted to you. I'm sorry to tell you this, but this is how vagina is calibrated. That's just how it is. Now, like I said, some women, when they hit 30, they realize, okay, my time to shine's over. I'm getting picked over by, dozens and dozens of other women every day. I need to find a man who I need to at least find somebody who at least pay me attention now. He said when they end up in these situations, man, like that shit is just embarrassing. Like personally, I know I would never seriously date. I have dated before I knew what the game was. I was like 26. I did date when we were 30 or 33. I totally admit that. I did do it. Like I said, like I was still in my awakening phase in those years. Like I was kind of getting it, then kind of not. But like the vagina calibration is something deep, man. Like it is deep. Because like I said, because everything that women try to project on the men is exactly what women do in the world. You see what I'm saying? Like they say, like men, they just think with their dicks. Like no, women think with their vagina, like hard, and it's even worse because they can just look for 5 minutes and five different dudes to come fuck them. You see what I'm saying? Like with ease, they don't got to spend no money. They don't got to go nowhere. They gonna come. The guys gonna come to them. like, like, man, like when they, bro, I'm telling you, man, like that vagina calibration is something. Is that shit is deep. Like I'm telling you, okay, if you were a girl and you met her at 30, I would say this. Even if you had a newer at 22, but y'all didn't start clicking to you as 30. Man, like, look, when she gets over 25, man, that shit is just there. There's very few good scenarios as to why that's decent. Okay, scenario one. Maybe she, she was one of them international students that always traveled throughout the world, so she never got to sit down and never had the opportunity to sit down with one man, or to start a meaningful relationship. That's plausible. I can understand that. And when I was doing dating apps, those are the only women I would talk to, was women who maybe moved from New York to start their PhD in Cincinnati, or that was actually one legitimate case, because I met her while I was in Argentina online. I'm from Ohio. I went to Argentina. She's from New York, and she came to where I'm from, and I met her in online while I was in South America. But that's it. There's very few cases where dating a woman over 25, I would genuinely advise it. Very few, because like in all the other cases, you were nothing but a strategic option. You see, when she's under 25, it's more because, okay, like I said, because when women are 16 and 25, they got all the options, and that's when they can let their vagina run wild for what it wants. You see what I'm saying? Like their vagina can run wild because the vagina has options. It's calibrated for that. And the worst part is, and see, now, this video is running over. Another part is that, and see, and this is what women see. Find a woman who's good at chess, and she'll understand everything I'm saying. But most women don't like chess, because you have to look at what you fucking did and own your consequences and win or lose. This is why most women do not like to play chess. But one part that women on average just do not fucking understand is how deep their vagina calibration goes. A perfect example, watch like shit like ghetto gaggers and facial abuse. Watch how they treat them bitches. Like, see, they've been calibrated for that. like their vaginas have been calibrated for one reason or another. Now, some of them may have legitimately been abused. Others, they'll flat out admit, no, like I had both my parents at home, blah, blah, blah. This is just what I like. Like I said, those years their vaginas can just, call the shots, because they still look halfway decent, some of them. But what a lot of women do not understand is once they open up to something sexually, it's very hard to go backwards off of that. It's more easier to just accept it and keep going down that road. You see what I'm saying? So, and this is why the whole pair bonding thing comes up when dating, with dating women and stuff like that, is because, like, see, when they're like 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, those are the perfect years for them to pair bond with that partner. I think the same thing with ducks and birds and shit like that. It's the same shit. Geese, ducks, all that shit. They do it's the proper pair bonding years. But see, modern feminism is teaching bitches to go out there and just have fun, and because you just like men and have fun just like men. And they're going out there getting gangbanged, railed in back alleys, railed behind dumpsters, railed in random dudes' cars. Because I've done all this shit to all of them. They're getting all this in them, and they're sexually okay with it. Like they are going, like they're now sexually used to this. This is what they know now. So like so when their time runs out, they 30, 35 with 2 kids, and they trying to find like a nice, decent guy. Their vagina doesn't even know how to operate for him. You see, and this is where all this foreplay shit. We only have sex two times a month shit. See, the reason why she's only having sex 2 times a month is because, see, what happens with that? What happens with the guy she's with, and why that happens? I'll tell you exactly why it happens. One, her vagina never liked him from the first place. 2, the reason why they have sex once a month or 2 times a month is because What her nature is telling her is, what her vagina is telling her is, I don't want to fuck the guy you with. I want to fuck a random bad dude, right? But see what the woman's brain is saying, no, we can't do that. So long story short is she is not okay. She's waiting to her absolute breaking point of being horny before she could even become the slightest bit horny with you. That's how that happens. That's exactly why that happens. And then watch. In every case like this, it's never fucking failed. It's never failed. Every case where this happens, this is exactly what happens. The sex slows down and slows down and slows down because she was never sexually attracted to him. She was logistically, strategically attracted to man, to beta male, right? So, and she was probably super horny, so she was fucking him, doing it or whatever. And she might even found a little sport, a little game, and fucking him, sucking his dick, and you make him come, whatever. Then she finally, accepts it, and then she's just there with him. What? Well, like I said, but she doesn't leave. That's because he was a strategic bet for her, not a sexual bet, not a biological, natural bet for her. So she sits with him. He's mad because he's not getting sex, which makes it even worse to her because now, no woman likes to be told she's doing anything wrong. So so now it makes it worse. So now the woman's pretty, at this point, she's left to waiting until her absolute breaking point to where she's literally getting ready to suck a dog's dick in the yard over if she looks at it at the right angle. She waits till that point to where she can finally start to become slightly attracted to that beta. You see, that's how that fucking happens. And if you're a man stuck in that, that's the reality, man. I'm sorry to tell you, but she don't like you no more like that. Like she likes you on a strategic planning out level, but she don't like you like naturally. Like if you lost your job next week and you had to move back in at your mama's house, you would never see her again. That's just what it is. But yeah, that vagina calibration is something deep.